With the state of today's economy, it is more important than ever to invest in products that last for years to come. As the seasons shift and get cooler, make sure your closet is stocked with durable layers that stand the test of time from American Giant. American Giant's clothes work harder and are wearable season after season. Their greatest hoodie ever made is made of the highest quality materials that are cut and sewn right here in the United States. So you're investing right back into your local community. Choosing American Giant means taking a stand for American manufacturing and hardworking Americans, something other mega corporations don't care about. From fleece to knit, all in a range of colors for versatile daily wear, American Giant delivers everyday pieces designed for everyday life. Feel the difference of quality made-to-last clothes from American Giant. Get 20% off your first order with code STAPLE20 at american-giant.com. That's 20% off your first order at american-giant.com with code STAPLE20.
If they're using ChatGPT or Bard to search, then it's going to take away traffic from websites. We'll just have to see what's going to happen with that in the future, but it doesn't work for every type of search. It's more like question and answer type of searches, not transactional, like where you're making a purchase. You can't really buy on ChatGPT or any of these tools yet, but we'll have to see what's going to happen, where they probably will incorporate that somehow into those results to try to monetize it more, but we'll have to see what happens, because it is kind of like the wild west right now. We'll have to see what's going to stay and last, because there's so much being put out there, but who knows what's going to survive the times, or maybe Google just...
Sit back and relax and get ready for another exclusive episode of the Online Marketing Secrets Podcast with Lopez.
This episode is brought to you by ERC. Let me ask you a question. Did you have a business during the pandemic with 5 or more employees? If the answer is yes, you might be leaving money on the table. All you got to do is go to ercbankroll.com and you can get your money. The best part about this, it only takes 5 minutes or less to see if you qualify. Go to ercbankroll.com and put in your name, email address, answer 2 questions, click on the submit button, and you're done. It's that simple. And get your money. So don't wait. Go to ercbankroll.com and get the money for your business today. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Online Marketing Secrets Podcast. I'm your host, Lopez. So like and share this episode. And P.S. and by the way, before I get started, I'd appreciate it if you left me a 5-star review in iTunes. Love it or hate it. I want to hear your comments. Any topic ideas, send it to my email at support@kingofcashflowwebsites.com. That's support@kingofcashflowwebsites.com. Any questions, anything you want to talk about, if you need help with your website, if you need help with getting leads online, that's where you send your email so you can get in touch with me. So with that being said, today, this is going to be a classic interview. If you want to know how to get more leads, if you want to know how to get more traffic to your website, if you want to know how to get people to come to your website, pick up the phone and call you, if you want to know how to have people prospect you and turn them into fans online, this is the episode for you. Because my guest today is like the king of SEO. He's been doing it for over 15 years. He's been marketing and helping business owners online to how to use SEO to get traffic to their websites, get leads, And he's even been helping people learn how to monetize and take their business to the next level with the help of SEO and Google AdWords and copywriting and marketing. My special guest today is Brandon. So, where you from?
I am from Los Angeles.
Okay, born and raised. Okay, so how'd you get into marketing? How'd you get started?
I got my degree in business marketing and just thought that it'd be something interesting to me. Graduated in 2007 and got my first job doing digital marketing right after I graduated from school. And I didn't really know much about digital. They said, "Don't worry, we don't know much either. We're gonna take you to classes and workshops and seminars and learn alongside with you." And after doing that for a few months, just realized that digital marketing is probably the future. And there's lots of different ways to do digital marketing, like social media, running paid ads, doing email marketing, doing search engine optimization. And I just really focused more on SEO, which is a way to get free traffic, and never look back after that.
Oh, okay, I see, man. So what made you go the SEO route instead of, you could have went the ad route, you could have went the content route, you could have went the direct mail route, but why SEO?
Just because SEO is free traffic. So I always thought, why spend money on paid ads when you can get up there for free? And that's really what focused me more on the SEO side of things, is just tapping into that free traffic so you can avoid spending money on paid ads.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I looked at it. Now, you've been around for a long time. You've been around like 2007 when things weren't the way it is today online. You was around during the MySpace days when Facebook wasn't what it is today. And like back in the day, like MySpace was Facebook. So you've been around for a long time. So what made you stick around so long? Because a lot of people that I know that that came out online back in the day, they pretty much, some retired, some move on to bigger and better things.
I mean, if I hit that big niche that just pays out, then I could sit back and collect that affiliate funds. But right now, just trying to figure it all out and helping businesses out, doing client work and then doing courses as well. And I mean, everyone wants to retire. It would be nice, but then I feel like I'd get bored and want something else. So I want to figure in another side hustle or something to keep going. And it would probably be something digital, because everything has really transitioned to online nowadays. And if you're not online, you're really missing out on a big audience. So just trying to stay up to date and just keep myself relevant as possible.
Yeah, that's how I see it too, man. So what made you want to do client work? Because, a lot of people, it's one thing, they might be good at doing something, but a lot of people kind of shy away from client work. They'd be like, hey, I'll just do my own thing. And, I just keep it moving. But so what made you want to do client work?
There's just so many different ways you could make money online, but if you're doing, depending on what you're talking about, other people doing like affiliate marketing, that's where you're just relying on like Amazon, and they drop their commissions so much that it's like, that doesn't really pay out. Or Google's updating their algorithm where they're not showing affiliate sites as much anymore. So it's a little bit tougher. Or clients, you have to deal with clients, and no matter what, there's always headaches with whatever you're doing. It's just trying to figure out what works best for you and what you want to do. And I like helping businesses grow and watching them succeed. So I like dealing with clients on that end.
Yeah, I always say if you stick around long enough, you just don't quit, don't give up. Everything usually works out in the end. I think a lot of people, they come online and they think it's going to be easy. And sometimes, you might hit a home run if you come online. But that, for most of us, that it doesn't usually work like that.
No, it'd be nice if it was that easy, but some people go viral on social media and just explode, but that's not the norm. So it's got to be realistic and understand that it doesn't always happen that way, but sometimes it does. And if you're in the right place at the right time and have a little bit of luck, it could all work out.
Yeah. So how do you see, what do you think about the marketplace today versus, I don't know, 10 years ago? You think it's easier today versus back like say 10 years ago?
No, because more competitiveness. So the more websites that are out there, the more competition you have, the tougher it is. 10, 20 years ago, not as many people had websites, not as much competition. So the more competitive, the more time it's going to take, the tougher it is to get that goal that you're trying to hit. So if you can find something more niche and unique, then it's always going to be better than going after these more broad and generic terms for SEO, because it just comes down to the competitiveness. The more competition, the tougher it is. And nowadays, almost everyone has a website. So especially nowadays, it's so easy to build one on WordPress or Wix or Shopify or Squarespace that anyone can build a website, throw some keywords on it and try to rank it. And now it's just another competitor that you have to compete against.
Yeah, exactly. So I know you work with clients. So I know you get certain type of clients where they have huge expectations, and they might think one thing and you're telling them another thing. I guess you're sort of being realistic, how things really work online. How do you get them to understand that this is not like a get rich quick thing? This is not going to happen overnight. This takes time. How do you get them to understand? Because a lot of people, they'll look at a couple videos online, or they'll read an article and they'll think, hey, this video got 500,000 views. Hey, I want my post or my video to go viral so I can have the opportunity to make sales. So how do you get them to understand that hey, that it could happen for you, but the odds are against it?
It's like finding that needle in the haystack, where every once in a while someone just explodes and goes viral and gets that instant traffic or instant success, but it's not the norm. And especially with SEO and digital or SEO, it takes time. It's not immediate. You have to build it up and build that trust up with Google. And that really does take time. There's shortcuts you could take, but those shortcuts could get you in a lot of trouble. If Google sees that you're doing these shortcuts, they'll penalize you, and instead of ranking higher, actually drop down, which we don't want that to happen. So it's all about just doing what Google wants and following the rules. And that means you gotta be patient with it all. And over time, you're gonna see that growth and traction, but you have to be realistic and understand that this all does take time. If you want immediate results, running paid ads will get you that immediate traffic and that traction growing. But even then, you still have to test the ads, optimize them, and it's not just set it and forget it.
Yeah, it's not, it takes time, for most of us, unless you're a celebrity or public figure or something like that. That's when things get a little easier, because you're already a well-known person. You already have a brand, but for the rest of us, this takes time.
Yeah, patience with this all, especially with digital, patience is the virtue. And as long as you keep working in and building it up, you'll get to that level. But some people just hit it quicker than others because they have bigger brands, bigger funding, whatever it may be, that just helps them accelerate it. But as long as you keep putting in the work and the time, you get to that level as well.
Yeah. So what gave you the idea and the confidence to even do client work in the first place?
Probably just worked at my first company that I was working at and was helping them out, and realized that I could go to I was doing e-commerce business, the first one I was helping out, and realized I could go to any local business and essentially see if they needed help with SEO, because we're not direct competitors. And going to a Italian restaurant and be like, hey, do you want to rank at the top of Google for Italian food near me? Let me help you out. And that's what got me going with the client side work, is just realizing I could work full time and pick up a couple freelance clients here or there and make some extra money, and happy to have a full-time job and happy to have a couple extra freelance clients here or there just to make some extra side money.
Yeah, that's good, man. Because that's one thing I like about the West Coast is, people are kind of open to a lot of different possibilities. Now, where I'm from back in the day it wasn't like that. Today it's changed a lot, but I remember back in the day that you probably heard about this. Back in the day, if you told someone you was on the internet, they would think that you're a scam. You're a scam artist, or that's for young kids or college kids or something like that. And so back in the day, whenever me or people around me would approach like small business owners, they wasn't too open at all. I remember no one was teaching marketing back in the day, except the big guys, but like today, the things have drastically changed, compared to the way it used to be. And I remember like even some of the books that I bought back then, I still have today. The same people would see those marketing books and they say, oh, it's a scam. But today they say, oh, it's a good book. So it's funny how things evolve and change, and how things is different from being on the East Coast or versus the West Coast at different times in this country,
Yeah, no, everything's so different. The way people behave, just in different cities, in the same counties, all that stuff is always going to change. And just trying to understand who your buyer persona is and how to educate them in a way that makes sense and is going to let them know the benefits, because it is tough. Nowadays, it's a little bit easier to explain the value, but even now, it's still tricky. People don't really fully understand what it is that they're doing or why they need to be there.
Yeah. So what do you think about AI? How do you think AI is going to affect us being online?
Might change search if people don't search on Google. If they're using ChatGPT or Bard to search, then it's going to take away traffic from websites. We'll just have to see what's going to happen with that in the future. But it doesn't work for every type of search. It's more like question and answer type of searches, not transactional, like where you're making a purchase. You can't really buy on ChatGPT or any of these tools yet, but we'll have to see what's going to happen, where they probably will incorporate that somehow into those results to try to monetize it more. But we'll have to see what happens, because it is kind of like the wild, wild west right now. We'll have to see what's going to stay and last, because there's so much being put out there, but who knows what's going to survive the times, or maybe Google is just going to keep surviving like they usually do. But it's really up in the air right now, and just trying to watch it as closely as possible.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of people acting like the world is going to end online. It's like, oh, it's gonna take our jobs away from us. I'm like, no, I don't think so. It's like there's just a lot of hype around it, and this happens every 5 years. Something comes out, some new thing comes out, and they hype it up, because they want it to sell. So I understand. So I don't really make nothing of it, really. But you're right. You have to give it time and see where things are gonna go.
Yeah, you never know. So it's just patience with that too, just to see where it's gonna go before you get too excited and do a bunch of things that end up not working or are not relevant anymore.
Yeah. So who's your ideal prospect? People you usually work with?
Anyone with a website that has a viable product or service, something that's niche, not just selling like t-shirts, but something that helps differentiate yourself, because it all comes down to that competition. And if you're going after really competitive industries, it's going to be tougher to rank. So finding something has something differentiating them, that's going to help them stand out and not just be targeting all of the, unless they're a big company, then we could go for those bigger keywords. But if they're a small company, it's going to be tougher to go for those bigger keywords initially.
So you work with startups, big business, small business?
Yeah, everything in between. Yeah, not really niche agnostic, as long as, mainly local businesses or e-commerce type of websites, like the main type of industries I focus, or not industries, but types of businesses I work with.
Okay. So you would work with any type of business. It doesn't really matter.
For the most part, not anything. I could do like gambling or pharmaceutical or pornography, because those are
Yeah. I'm not doing porn. Yeah, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing that. You know, I've been approached by a couple of women. Yeah, I'm not doing. I'm sorry. Now, I mean, I did give them some pointers, you know, but I'm not. No, I'm not doing it.
Yeah. No, those are weird. Those are tough too. Very competitive, and it's a whole different thing. Where they're just
And plus, they don't have the networks, advertising networks, like you know, like the rest of us do. You know what I'm saying? They don't. You know, it's very competitive, and I just don't want to be involved in that.
No.
You know. So where do you go from here? Are you going to keep working, doing client work, or are you going to get into other things as you continue to go forward?
Yeah, we'll keep seeing what happens and keep doing client work and get involved with other things like courses, and I'll just see what else will come out in the future. But for now, client work and teaching classes about digital and SEO are really what I'm focused on.
Yeah, so tell me about your classes. Is it mainly SEO or copywriting or content or what?
It's SEO, but all that falls into it. Well, like having good content, copywriting all falls into place for SEO for your website. So making it all inclusive to just cover all topics of SEO. I've done other ones about paid ads, social media, stuff about like Google Analytics, Search Console, things like that. So a lot of different courses, and a lot of them are free. If they just go on YouTube and search my name, they can find them, and they can see step by step how to do a lot of stuff that we've been talking about today.
So if people wanted to work with you, where would they go to?
The best is, I actually created a gift for everybody that's listening or watching. If they go to my website at SEOoptimizers.com, that's SEOoptimizers.com/gift. And they can find that there, along with my contact information. And also, if they want to book some time on my calendar, I'm happy to check out their website from an SEO point of view and see what's working, what's not working, and how to get them to that level that they want to be at. And they can book some time for free on my calendar there.
There you have it. Like, share this episode. All the links will be found in the show notes. Until next time, we're out. Peace.